All right, the NFL might have their priorities a bit mixed up, especially when it comes to suspensions. Smoking weed, you get a year. Suggest nuking an island of homosexuals, you get 3 games and sensitivity training. But if you beat your fiance unconscious and drag her by her hair out of the elevator, 2 games. Now, it's a little mixed up, right? Michael Knight, he's on 105 The Ticket, host of the Michael Knight Show. Now, it seems like there's no rhyme or reason for these punishments, Michael.
You guys are having so much fun. I just hate to ruin it with all this negativity, you know?
So what do you think? Is it confusing your listeners when you're on the phone talking to your listeners? Are they confused by this?
You know, here's why it's confusing. Let me just say this, is that remember this, with especially Major League Baseball and professional football, we hear these stories all the time about PED use, and it's really actually kind of complicated because I think I know for a fact they throw marijuana use into the same category as using steroids and HGH and all that.
Right.
And so what the issue comes out is this. The league has to really work hard to make sure that there is fairness and that there isn't this, this steroid era stuff that they had to deal with in baseball. So what happens with marijuana is it gets lumped in with steroids. And here's a little known fact for you guys. Maybe you didn't know this. I just heard this morning on ESPN. They work with a lot of these guys with street drug problems. And one particular case for a player, he actually failed 26 drug tests for marijuana and other drugs before they finally suspended him. So it isn't like maybe like a Josh Gordon who plays for Cleveland. This guy's got a series of drug issues that they finally just had to do something about. And part of it is this. They're helping him. They got to take him out of the league for a year so he doesn't wind up dead.
Well, what about the Ray Rice thing? And we all saw the awful video of him dragging his wife out of the elevator, unconscious, and he gets 2 games. Like, I mean, is it time to revamp the whole system of suspensions and punishments?
Well, his dad must know the principle. That's all I can tell you is because he had a meeting with Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the National Football League. And apparently after this meeting, Ray Rice, kind of got soft treatment. I mean, he got a 2-game suspension. And I think the big deal here, Tony, is that you've got the court of public opinion, and then you have, the court that we all have to go into, where we have to answer for our legal stuff. And what I think happened with Ray Rice's fiance at the time and now his wife is that she said, I attacked him first. And the story, the prosecutor didn't feel like he had anything to go to bat with to get him prosecuted, which is unbelievable to me when you see what happened. And I think he got treatment, special treatment because Goodell.
Because he's great. That's why, because he's great.
Real quick, Michael, do you think that there's truth in the thought that depending how good you are, that usually means less punishment versus if you're a bad player, you have worse punishment?
Absolutely. I think it's absolutely the truth. I think the more value you bring to this money machine called the National Football League, the more lenient the treatment is going to be. And the NFL, do you know anybody that's going to pass on Vikings tickets? Everybody goes to the game. It's the most popular sport in the country.
All right. Michael Knight, everybody go check out his show. I'm sure he's going to be talking about it tomorrow afternoon on 105 The Ticket. Now, before we go, one item that is definitely not going to be a very hot seller as far as, there you go. There's the Ray Rice female pink jersey. I don't see those flying off the shelves this season.
Yeah, I don't feel like the name Ray Rice really screams celebrate women right now.
All right. Thank you very much, Michael. We appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right, everybody check out Michael Knight on 105 The Ticket on Monday.